Hi everyone, I'm Jesús Santiago, and today we're gonna dive into two key topics about how stereotypes and prejudices affect negotiations and an overview of the three major institutions of the European Union. Plus, we'll finish with two of the convergence criteria from the Maastricht Treaty. So let's get started. The stereotypes and prejudices are mental shortcuts we use to understand others, but in negotiations they can seriously backfire. The stereotypes are generalizations. For example, we can say that the Germans are always punctual or the Italians are more emotional in business. Even if they seem positive, they can lead us to expect certain behaviors and misinterpret intentions. Prejudices, on the other hand, are judgments based on bias, often negative and without facts. For example, when you become to assume that someone is less competent because of their accent or their background. But in negotiations, these mindsets can lead to a lack of trust, maybe communications, and even lost deals. What's the key? The key is to be aware of your own biases, ask questions, stay open, focus on individual behavior, not only on cultural assumptions. The Union of Europe is very complex, but its core decision making relies on three major institutions. The first one is the European Commission, the executive branch. It proposes laws, manages the European Union budget, and represents the EU internationally. Think of it as the government of the EU. The second one is the European Parliament. This one is considered as the voice of the people. Elected by the EU citizens, it debates on passes laws and supervises the Commission. The third one, the last one, is the Council of the European Union, aka the Council of Ministers. This one is the voice of the member states, with national ministers where they meet to adopt laws and coordinate policies. Different ministers meet depending on the topic, like finance or agriculture. But together, these three make and shape EU policy, and it's a very unique system, part federal and part diplomatic. Finally, we have the Maastricht Treaty, which was signed in 1992, laid the foundation for the euro. To join the eurozone, countries had to meet certain convergence criteria to ensure economic stability. The two key ones was the inflation rate, which was a country's inflation couldn't be more than 1.5 percentage points above the average of the three best performing countries in the European Union. And the second one, it was the government deficit, which the national deficit must be no more than 3% of the country's GDP. So these rules aim to align economies before adopting the common currency, avoiding stocks and promotion stability. So all of this, basically, to wrap up the whole subject, is you need to avoid the stereotypes and the prejudices to be a better negotiator, understand how the European Union institutions work together to shape the whole Europe, and remember the economic convergence that was key for the euro to be born. So that's everything for me. Thank you for watching. If you found this useful, don't forget to share or leave a comment, and see you next time.